I can't recall a more significant and impactful regular season win for the Vikings in recent years. And it's probably the best game Kirk Cousins has played for the Vikings, the most significant regular season performance by Kirk Cousins because of the circumstances. You know, last year, Chris, when they were pulling one rabbit after another out of their hat and or butt, you know what my position was.
Sure.
It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, this win by the skin of your teeth crap is going to run smack dab into the Eagles or the 49ers, and it's going to go out in a blaze of glory like it did for the Giants after the Giants managed to steal the wild card win from the Vikings and save the Vikings from the fate that was awaiting them the next weekend, the same fate that the Giants wandered into in Philadelphia. So I never saw a signature win last year. I never saw a win against an elite team. And I can't remember the last time in the regular season they beat a team that I would objectively call elite. Last night, with the 49ers coming off of a humbling experience in Cleveland that I thought was going to rev up the engine even more.
Yeah, sure.
I just did not expect the Vikings without Justin Jefferson. Their offense was not good against the Bears. You know, they kind of stumbled into a lucky win in Chicago once Justin Fields is out. The offense did not do much in Chicago against the Bears defense. And this is the 49ers. It's Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, all the great players they have on that defense. And Kirk Cousins last night, I don't know what it was. I don't know what he did.
Yeah.
But he played like I have not seen him play in a long time. And you got to give him credit for whatever happens going forward. What he did last night was special, and we'll see if it's a building block.
I mean, come on. We know it's special. Who had you coming in on a Tuesday morning wearing a Kirk Cousins jersey? Nobody. I mean, that was the shocker of shockers.
Took me a while to find it. Took me a while to find it.
Well, good. You need to find it because he's your quarterback, okay? You're not trading him. Nothing's happening. That's not going to happen. I mean,
I never –
I know
I
you
never
didn't.
said they were.
I know you didn't. It's the whole world, though, is trying to put them on this team, on that team, and I'm like, what? Well, I don't know. The Vikings are, 3-4 now, so that definitely not happening. I don't think it was happening regardless. And hey, Mike, to your point, there's a lot of things about your team that I know the record doesn't say this, that it's better this year than it was last year. That's what's crazy. You've had more self-inflicted wounds this year than last year. But I think we both come back here on certain Mondays or Tuesdays and gone, hey, we know the offense is good. Fumbling has been the problem, right? And the defense, as we saw last night, is a totally different animal than last year. So they can't give up right now. You got something going here, and that was unbelievable last night. And, Kirk Cousins, Kevin O'Connell, how can you not say, I can't say enough about them. I really can't. That was a phenomenal performance. I mean, first off, Kevin O'Connell needs to start being put in the name of the top tier play callers, offensive game designers, and all of football. That's got to happen. For the most part, since he's taken over there, they throw the ball on everybody every week. And the game plan they had overall was phenomenal. And obviously, Kirk Cousins and O'Connell had a great feel for the 49ers scheme and what they do on that side of the ball and really expose some of their rules throughout the game, Mike.
And they're doing it without much of a running game. Now, the Vikings did have 74 yards on the ground
more than I thought last night.
Quietly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but what O'Connell is doing, and this is a season and 7 games into his relationship with Kirk Cousins, he's gotten Cousins to the point where, at least as of last night, he was decisive. If you're not a guy that's going to run around and buy time like Patrick Mahomes does, you've got to process more quickly. You've got to get rid of the ball more quickly. The walls are closing in. You got to speed up the clock, and that can be a bad thing. I remember in the latter days of Eli Manning's career, the point that you made about Eli Manning getting rid of the ball too fast and making mistakes with it because the clock in his head had accelerated because he was anticipating getting hit from behind and having the ball come out. What we saw from Cousins last night was an acceleration of the clock that got him through his reads and the ball out before the walls closed in. We didn't see him take a sack. We didn't see him take a big hit. There was just that one play where I thought he had been sacked, and he popped up somehow and threw the ball to Jordan Addison after he came back from his battle with cramps. And it all happened after, on the second pass of the night, Jordan Addison and Travarius Ward are together, and Ward ends up taking the ball. And I said to my son, well, because he was excited because the first run was a nice gain by Alexander Madison, so he's all into it. And after that interception, it's like, here we go, get ready.
Oh, here you go. Well, how many jokes did you make? Oh, primetime Kirk, primetime Kirk. I'm sure you were. Well, I'm sure you weren't looking for the jersey right then.
It wasn't his fault. You know, it's funny because the Ward-Addison combo, where the first time Ward picked it off and the second time Addison ended up with the ball and scored the touchdown on the 60-yard catch and run before the half. Like, it was a better throw by Kirk on the one that was picked off. The one that Addison took from Ward was not the better throw. It just shows you how just weird stuff happens. You got to be in the vicinity and you just hope and you see how it goes. But once the Vikings ended up driving down and getting the touchdown after the McCaffrey, look at that. That should have been picked off. Like, what the hell was that?
Wait. So,
and
yes. Go ahead.
What was that? I know.
Yeah.
So after that happened, that was the first moment I thought, holy crap, they can win this game. Until they missed the extra point, and then it's like, oh, they're going to lose by 1 point because of the missed extra point. But that's just one of those moments that is a foundational piece of pulling off a win like that. You need to have a better to be lucky than good moment like that, although it was very skillful by Addison to take the ball away and run in for the touchdown. That's the one that should have been picked. The other one should have been caught. That one should have been picked. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.